Welcome to Greg Hansen's Video Notebook, brought to you by Albertsons. I'm Star Sports Editor Ryan Finley, here with Mr. Football, Greg Hansen. Greg, let's talk hoops just for a minute here. Arizona opens its season Friday against Mount St. Mary's. This is a U of A team that certainly has the personnel to contend for a national championship, certainly a Final Four. But it's been a little bit of a rough go here the last week or so. They struggled in their exhibition win over Cal Poly Pomona. Sean Miller has been very vocal about the lack of chemistry and really energy that he's seen out of this team. Is there any reason to be concerned as they open their season?
15 minutes into the game, the exhibition game Sunday, I think everyone watching freaked out.
Yep.
Because Arizona didn't look like it could shoot. It didn't look like they had chemistry, ball movement, you name it. And then, of course, the game, they overpowered the personnel. But, last year Arizona had chemistry. Mm-hmm. You don't always have chemistry. And the new mix, you had guys like Aaron Gordon who deferred to his seniors last year. Mm-hmm. You had Nick Johnson who was all in all the time. This year, Stanley Johnson, he's going to have to do it step by step. Mm-hmm. That's a big element, Stanley Johnson meshing.
Well, and if we look at the history of Arizona basketball, the team that won the national championship in '97, and even if you look at sort of the teams that have gone on to Final Fours here, they're probably not in the top 2 or 3 of most talented teams Arizona's ever had. The Wildcats have seen this show before. As you show up, you've got a bunch of players, and maybe people are writing you into the Final Four, and you don't get there.
I just thought Sunday, it was so obvious that they have so much farther to go with getting the right personnel mixtures in there, and it all spins around Stanley Johnson. Mm-hmm. Is he going to buy in? I saw him taunting a Pomona kid after he scored. I mean, Arizona basketball players don't taunt. Maybe they taunt Don McLean, who was a big-time jerk at UCLA, but not Pomona. He taunted him, and he got mad at Ristic for not catching a pass that he threw. Visibly you could see it. I just thought, well, this team's going to have to grow up. Not all of them.
Is that a little bit, Greg, of a, they call it in pro sports, kind of the winner's curse? Arizona has been so good that they've been able to recruit these top-level guys. To me, the number one goal of the non-conference season, at least, is making sure that all of these guys have, A, bought in, and B, are willing to sort of defer to their teammates if it means making the team better.
Boy, I couldn't agree more. Just the Aaron Gordon example last year, he was a teammate among teammates. Mm-hmm. If you have a guy like him, and it really didn't get mentioned last year, he was just a guy out there doing his best. Mm-hmm. And if you don't have that, even though you have all the talented pieces, things are going to be like this.
Sure. That's interesting. Who would have thought, Greg, that a game against Mount St. Mary's and an exhibition against Cal Poly Pomona would actually have some storylines?
It's, I'm not excited to see it, but I'm really interested to see who's going to make their three-point baskets this year, and to see how Stanley Johnson interacts with the other players.
That'll do it for this episode of Greg Hansen's Video Notebook, brought to you by Albertsons. I'm Ryan Finley for Greg Hansen. We'll see you next time.
It's game time here at Albertsons, so listen up. It's our goal to help you score great deals. So pay attention to the game plan, because you could win Cardinal season tickets, the chance for your child to be a Cardinal kickoff kid, or $10,000 cash and other prizes. Here's what you do. Look for this tag, buy $10 worth or more. Grab your prize code at checkout and enter it at scoregreatdeals.com. Now let's play football. Get in the game for your chance to win.